All right, everyone. So thank you today for making it to the Bay Village Historic District Commission public hearing for the month of November. We're going to get started today. Laura is going to be our chair. So Laura, if you'd please read the script.
I am calling this Bay Village Historic District Commission public hearing to order at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Commissioners present are Laura Shea, Steve Dunwell, Catherine Nelson, and Craig Douglas. In accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, including the March 29th, 2023 legislation extending the suspension of these provisions until June 30th, 2027, we are conducting this meeting online. To ensure public access to the deliberations of the Bay Village Historic District Commission, the public may access this call through telephone and video conferencing. Members of the public will have an opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions. To do so, please raise your hand in the application via the Zoom meeting platform or email staff at bayvillageac@boston.gov. We will repeat these instructions throughout the hearing.
Thank you, Laura. So moving on to the first item of our agenda is the ratification of the October 14th meeting minutes. I've sent those out. And so if you guys would proceed on that, the next step.
I have read the meeting minutes from the October 14th hearing, and I make a motion we approve the minutes as written.
Second.
Any other, all the commissioners need to then
Yes.
vote, right?
I
Yes.
say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, lovely. Thank you for doing that. Up next is administrative review, so I'm just going to go over it. We have a couple things on the administrative review portion of our agenda. So starting off are two separate applications for 21 CORTES Street, both of which have different projects and different scopes. So number one is to redesign the window well to remove composite material and replace with double course brick wall and granite trim. And this application was submitted to be made consistent with the rest of the window wells at the rest of the district. And as you can see, that's the current existing window well right now. And with this application, it intends to change the window well and make it more consistent again with what we see within the historic district. The second application for this same property is just to repoint the front facade using Portland cement, sand, and lime mixture. Before I proceed, anyone have any other questions about these? No? Lovely.
I just is
Yeah.
is the existing mortar, is that tinted?
It is actually not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect. So moving on to the last final two applications that we got this month is 79 to 81 Broadway Street, repointing the masonry using typo mortar mix and to repair lintels in kind. There is a photo of the particular building that the work is intending to do the project of, and that is to repoint the entire facade in addition to the lintels to repair it as such. Moving on to 6 Fayette Street. This was an emergency repair due to water intrusion, and it's to remove and replace the slate in kind and also to reuse existing slate where possible. As a reminder that the regulatory standards do state that you can actually have replacement slate. They just have to be an approvable in-kind material, which the applicant such provided us those materials. Anyone have any other questions about that?
I do. What are the replacement materials to slate?
Yeah, it's actually just slate in kind. So they're, to my understanding, I don't have the specifics, but I'd be happy to send them over to you. Those are just regular slate. The applicant provided the slate compared to the existing slate, and we're able to replicate what it looks like in its original configuration.
Thank you.
Of course. And so that concludes everything on our administrative review. So Laura, if you could take over here with the motions and such.
I make a
Or if anyone
motion.
else, again.
I make a motion that we accept or approve the work being done under administrative review at, as presented here, Cortez Street, Broadway Street, and Fayette Street.
Second.
Second.
And how do the other commissioners vote on this motion?
Aye.
Approve.
Aye.
Aye.
Lovely. Thank you all.
Catherine, did you say aye? Did we hear
Yes,
you?
I did.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great, guys. Well, that concludes our administrative review. It was a pretty short agenda compared to last month's, but my staff updates are very little. I provided you all with the upcoming hearing dates for the new year. I can't believe we're almost there, but we are. So again, I think the system that we have with the spreadsheet as directed by our department, I will send out those again, in addition to the system that we've been using with the Google Calendar invite as well. And I would be happy to circulate those public hearing dates again for everyone's reminder. And that's all that we have right now. So
Jacqueline, a follow-up from last month's meeting, I think, is it appropriate at this point in the hearing to ask you the follow-up on, you were going to walk the neighborhood and look at a few of the projects?
yeah. I would be actually happy to, if you could just stay on after the call, I'd be happy to answer all of your questions once we go after the adjournment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you, if you don't mind.
yeah, of course. And then that's all that we have on our end. And then next up on the agenda would just be the adjournment. So
I make a motion that we adjourn today's public hearing, November 12th public hearing for the Bay Village Historic District Commission.
And I second.
All commissioners in favor?
Aye.
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 all
All
right.
commissioners